So last Tuesday I got a haircut, and as some of you may know, I used to have a huge phobia of getting my hair cut. Now it's more like I'm uncomfortable the same way I'm uncomfortable when I go to the dentist, but it used to be really big, like some people's fear of heights or whatever. And usually when I go to get my hair cut, I kind of stay quiet as much as possible and say nothing and think while they're cutting my hair. And it's a pretty uncomfortable half an hour, but at least I'm quiet with my thoughts. But last Tuesday, when I went to get my haircut, I had a lot on my mind, more than usual, and I just wanted to be quiet and sit and think about it for a while. So I'm sitting in the hairdresser's chair, and this girl who's cutting my hair, Sarah, she's kind of asking a lot of questions, and I'm shooting them down as I normally do when I'm getting a haircut. And eventually I say that I'm sorry if I'm not very talkative today, I have a lot on my mind. To which she then goes off and says, oh yes, I'm usually an introvert, but I have to switch it on and off, when I'm working at a hairdresser, because, hairdressers talk to people. But anyway, we ended up having a really cool conversation when she asked me what kind of subjects I really liked, and we started talking about philosophy and about life and what matters in life, and if life has an ultimate meaning or not. And it was really great when I got to talk about Soren Kierkegaard, and she really likes C.S. Lewis. And she told me that she thought the purpose of life was to be happy and to make other people happy. And I really wanted to talk to her about the good news. But I don't think I was afraid to, and I did talk a little bit about it. And she said she was a Christian, but it was in a kind of, yeah, I consider myself a Christian. I just didn't know how to talk to her about this thing that I felt was really important. And I felt really bad that I didn't talk to her more about it. And I think my question for this week is, how do you talk to people about Christianity who would already consider themselves a Christian? And I'm going to talk about that, answering that question, then I'm also going to talk about Wednesday's video yesterday, because this has a lot to do with that one. And it was kind of surprised when that was her video yesterday, after I was thinking about this question on Tuesday. What troubles me is that I feel like some people answer, are you a Christian, with, yeah, sure, I consider myself a Christian, when Christianity is the biggest thing that can possibly happen to someone, and it's the biggest revolution of understanding reality imaginable. And that, how can you just consider, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, and not be just completely overblown with how huge Christianity is? I think that I judge people too quickly in thinking that I know how they really think about something. But I feel sometimes like even people who say they're Christians, I want to tell them about God and tell them what a wonder existence is, when they would already say, oh yeah, sure. I don't think I really have much else to say about it, but I just don't know what to do with the kind of complacent, that's great Christianity. And Wednesday, I really liked your last video, and it made me think a lot about how I felt about Christianity and trying to talk to people about God that you don't know. And I felt a lot of the time like, if I have this such great news to tell people, if I have this redemptive, beautiful tale to tell about what life is about, or what we're for, then why don't I more? And I think it's because I don't want people to just shy away from it because, oh yeah, that's religion. But when thinking about if we're going to April, we just need to remember that the gospel is offensive, and that Christianity is really offensive to the world. And if people are going to be offended about it, that's the expected reaction. They're either redeemed or they're disgusted. And I think we should preach the good news without worrying about if people are going to get alienated. Because as long as we are loving our neighbor, regardless of whether or not they think we're loving them, and telling the good news, then we are obeying the gospel and doing what we are supposed to do. And that I can help people and tell them about the gospel, but in the end, their relationship before God that matters. And I can't be a part of that or know what that is. I need to trust that God will work in them as He wills to.